Welcome to Sekolah Bahasa by Book and Food Edu Cafe. This is the B1 level listening comprehension for intermediate learners. It is part of our listening series entitled Lecture, and the first chapter is History 1, America before the first ever invasion.
Before Columbus arrived in 1492, before the English built their first towns, and before the West was ever invaded, the land that became the United States was already full of people. Millions of Native Americans lived across forests, mountains, rivers, and deserts. They were not one group but hundreds of different nations, each with their own language, beliefs, and way of life. In the Northeast, nations such as the Haudenosaunee and Algonquin built wooden homes called longhouses and hunted deer and bear in the forests. In the southeast, the Cherokee and Creek grew maize, beans, and squash in rich farmland. Further west in the dry deserts, the Hopi and Zuni fashioned homes from clay and farmed using clever water systems. Along the Pacific coast, the Tlingit and Chinook carved giant totem poles from cedar to tell family stories, while in the Great Plains nations like the Lakota, Comanche and Pawnee followed vast bison herds across open grasslands. Native nations had complex governments, farming systems, and trade routes. The Mississippian peoples, for example, built sizable cities with earthen pyramids, such as Cahokia, which housed over 20,000 people around the year 1100. Many tribes prepared medicines from plants, used astronomy to plan their crops, and passed down knowledge through stories, songs, and oral history. Native tribes saw themselves as part of nature, not rulers of it. Animals, rivers, and mountains were treated with respect and often regarded as holding spirits. Hunting was carried out with care, and land was shared amongst the community rather than owned by individuals. This way of life brought balance, but it differed greatly from the ideas introduced by European settlers, who believed land could be bought, sold, or taken by force. When European colonizers arrived, they brought guns, steel tools, and deadly diseases such as smallpox. Many tribes lost half or even more of their people within just a few years. The newcomers ignored native claims to land and often viewed the continent as empty, even though it was full of life. Still, native nations resisted. Even after centuries of war, broken treaties, and forced relocation, many tribes today are reclaiming their languages, cultures, and traditions through community programs and schools.
That was the bone listening comprehension. Now answer the following 10 questions. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video, and turn on the notification bell